Craig with the Butler Pantry in Saugatuck, Michigan, where it's snowing here, and we're ready for our third video. So our first video was on grapes, white and red, the 4 whites and 4 reds. Our second video was on Washington State and their AVAs. Now, a little old business to clear up. I got a call from my brother. He lives in Raymond, South Bend. He is the owner-operator of the Willpaw Brewery. He told me, he said, make sure you mention that the oysters that go to the stores here in the Midwest are from the most pristine waters in the country. Also, he wanted to mention Lake Chelan and Spokane also have wineries, although I don't think we get those wines here. I haven't seen any, but I'll keep my eyes out for wines from that area. So now we're going to talk about Oregon, but I also got chastised for not introducing my guests, Elvis, Julia, and of course, Elvis Jr. So, Oregon. Now, when you think of Oregon, what do you think of? Pinot Noirs, right? I hope. I mean, that's what Oregon's really kind of known for, is Pinot Noirs. Well, how did they get known for Pinot Noirs? Well, in 1979, a gentleman by David Lett entered his one of his wines in the Paris tasting show, and he won second prize. He came in second to one of the top producers in Burgundy. Well, that really put Oregon on the map. People probably actually in France they said, Oregon, is that a country? Nobody knew back then. Next, in the year 2000, they started to bring in Dijon and Pommard clones and started planting them throughout the Willamette Valley. And that really got the wines going, and Oregon started getting known for Pinot Noirs. And I need a map, please. So, Willamette Valley, there you go. Look at the Willamette Valley over there, and you will see, this reminds me of a Johnny Carson skit. You have in the Willamette Valley, you've got, of course, your little regions, Dundee Hills, Eole Amity, Chilean Mountains, Ribbon Ridge, McMinnville. I think I got them all. And, you know, so when you go to a wine store, you want to look at where they're from. Ask, and I'll get this to later, but ask them about, you know, the differences between the Pinots you are looking at. Now, here's the thing about the Oregon Pinot Noirs. They can be very pricey. And not only pricey, sometimes you can get some that are not really up to par for the price. So it can get expensive. So I think, Oregon also has other wines. It's just not all about Pinot Noir. If you go, map again, here we go, we get our map one more time, and we are going to look at the northeastern part of Oregon. That is actually part of the Columbia Valley AVA that starts in Washington State and it goes down into Oregon. And you know, they produce Cabernets, Merlots, Syrahs, and all kinds of white wines. Okay? Map again. Here we go.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I wish I had a pointer. So anyway, if you go down, now you're going to see the AVAs. You see Rogue. Excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. Umpqua Valley. Umpqua Valley. You see it right there on the map. And we'll just say also below that there's the Rogue and Applegate Valley. So the map can go away. Thank you very much. And we'll just talk about Umpqua Valley. Umpqua Valley, I believe, is the highest elevation in Oregon, and it's dry, and they produce Tempraneros and Syrahs. And also they produce a lot of other white wines. But Tempraneros, that's a whole nother segment, Tempranillo, because that's the Spanish Pinot Noir and can grow in very different climate conditions than Pinot Noirs, which is a nice, cool climate. So below that was Rogue and also Applegate. And I got to tell you something. That's completely overlooked area. I actually have some wines that I've enjoyed. They're on our 350, our wine club that you can go to and look at. And you get some really good wines from down there. And I remember I was out visiting my another brother I have in Olympia, Washington, probably hear from him on this too, and he had brought back some wines just from that area, the Rogue and Applegate Valley. and I think there was a Tempranillo in there and a Malbec, and they were out of this world and they were reasonable. So Oregon, yes, people think of Oregon Pinot Noirs, but Oregon has all kinds of other wines to enjoy. So look around when you go in a store, or look on our website, and then take a look and see if something is appealing, and we can order it for you, and you can start trying some Oregon wines. So talking about Oregon wines again, we're going to show you some here. I've got two here that I really like. Okay, one's called Ann Amy, and what they have like a regular kind of an estate, and they have one that's called higher end, a little going to be more full bodied, and then they've got another one, Leahy Vineyards. Now I consider these wines decent value, and I got to tell you, I mean, we're not cheap here, but we like value. We like to know that we drink, everybody here at the Butler Pantry, all our friends, we all drink wine, probably consume a little too much, but when we open a bottle, we want to think that, hey, we got some value. We don't not open it up and say like, gee, that was a lot of money for that wine. We're not going to buy that again. So anyway, if you find these two, buy them, and then if you like them, you can go back to the store again and say, hey, I like this. What do you have that's kind of similar? I've actually, I'm going to also make a mention about decanting. As you know, most of my wines all need decanting. Pinot Noirs, you don't decant. You don't aerate. You just open them up. Excuse me. I got drink this one down. That was a good wine. It's French. And you just pour it in the glass. If I can, there you'll see the color. Now that is the actually kind of light-bodied Pinot Noir. Is that beautiful? That like a cherry color. So let's see. Has it been 20 minutes? If it was 20 minutes, you guys would have already left me. Oh my! That's a nice Pinot Noir. So. Oregon, your takeaway today is they have other wines than Pinot Noir, but they do have super Pinot Noirs. But just be careful and tread lightly and ask questions and do some research. And that's it. We're going to see you next week. And next week, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do one just on cheese, a little cheese and wines. So we'll move away from the States and come back to the States later. Thank you very much.